Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam namaskrutyam naram chaiva narottamam devi saraswati vyasam tato jayamudiraye nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavatim uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtake. Rudraj Shrimad Bhagavatam ki jai. We are reading Shrimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 2nd chapter, titled as Remembrance of Lord Krishna, text number 20. Uddhavji is remembering Lord Krishna and his pastimes. Uddhavji is saying, Tatheva cha anye narlokaveera.
Tathaiva chanyena lokapira.
Yahave Krishna mukharavindam.
Yave Krishna Mukharavindam.
Netre pibanto nayanabhiramam.
Naidre Vivanto Nayanabhiramam.
Parthasraputaha padam puras apurasya.
Arthashtraputa Padam Apurasya.
Translation. Certainly, others who were fighters on the battlefield of Kurukshetra were purified by onslaught of Arjuna's arrows. And while seeing the lotus-like face of Lord Krishna, so pleasing to the eyes, they achieved the abode of Lord. Hare Krishna. So here, Uddhavji is remembering how on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the people who died, the fighters, the soldiers who died, in presence of Lord Krishna, they went to Krishna Loka. So, including all the Kaurava armies who were on the other side also, they died in presence of Lord Krishna, hence they achieved the liberation. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, appears in this world for two missionary purposes. To deliver the faithful, paritranaya sadhunam, and to annihilate the miscreant, vinashaya cha dushkritav. But because the Lord is absolute, is two different kinds of actions, although apparently different, are ultimately one and the same. So, even though Lord appears to deliver the devotees and to annihilate the miscreants, but actually both of them are ultimately one and the same, simultaneously one but different. That is called Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. Sometimes parents will punish their children and reward their children also. But the purpose of parent punishing their children or rewarding the children is that they want children to be nice. They want them to be good. Similarly, Krishna sometimes punishes some people and he rewards some people. But at the same time, the purpose of Krishna is that we should all go back to home, back to Godhead. That is the purpose of Krishna. So, whosoever died in presence of Krishna or were killed by Lord Krishna, they all are ultimately delivered. His annihilation of a person like Shishupal is as auspicious as his action for the protection of faithful. So here is very nice Prabhupada explaining that even though apparently is appearing that he is killing Shishupal, but that is as good as his action for protection of the faithful person. So ultimately, all the people who were killed by Krishna, they were all delivered actually. All the warriors fought against the Arjuna, but who were able to see the lotus-like face of Lord on the battlefield achieved the abode of Lord, exactly as the devotees of Lord do. Actually, to take the darshan of the Lord, yogis have to do tapasya for millions of years. Then only they can see Krishna. How fortunate were those soldiers who could see Krishna face to face on the battlefield of Kurukshetra? They would have definitely done some tapasya. Otherwise, how can they see Krishna? And that also at the time of death. Dying in presence of Krishna is is a ultimate aim. Yesterday we read the shloka. Lord Krishna says, Anta kale cha mama eva smaram mukta kalevaram yaha prayati samad bhavam yati nasti atra samshaya. Now those who remember Krishna, those who see Krishna at the time of death, ultimately they go to Krishna Loka. This is the 8th chapter, 5th shloka from Bhagavad Gita. So now all those soldiers who died, remember, seeing Krishna, of course they have to, because Lord Krishna says, Na sanshaya, yati nasti atra na samshaya. Yati nasti atra samshaya. So there is no doubt. So when Lord Krishna guarantees, then how come? Shishupal, who was killed by Krishna, now he saw Krishna at the time of death actually. So of course he is delivered. Kamsa, he was killed by Krishna. So he died in presence of Krishna. So if you die in presence of Krishna, then what is the Lord Krishna saying? Yati nasti atra na samshaya, atra samshaya. There is no doubt about it. So all of those who died in presence of Krishna, of course they are going to get delivered. There is Lord Krishna says there is no doubt about it. All the warriors who fought against Arjuna, but who were able to see the lotus-like face of the Lord in the battle, achieved the award of Lord exactly as the devotees of Lords do. The words pleasing to the eyes of the seer are very significant. When the warriors from the other side of the battlefield saw Lord Krishna at the front, they appreciated his beauty and their dominant instinct for love of God was awakened. So as soon as those soldiers saw Lord Krishna's lotus-like face, their love for Krishna was awakened. Krishna is very attractive. So he attracts everyone, including his enemies. But that's the power of Krishna. So Krishna's face is is described as lotus-like face, and it is pleasing to.
Why the Lord's face those become enemies?
That is Lord Krishna's plan actually. Lord Krishna has a Virya Rasa. He wants to enjoy Virya Rasa. So he instincts this he injects this animal instincts into the people. So Shishupal actually was Jay and Vijay. You know, Jay and Vijay were the Dwarpal of Lord, and they were cursed by 4 Kumaras to take 3 birds as the demons. So then one of the demon was Shishupal and Dantavakra. So they were Jay and Vijay, actually they were servants of Lord, but they took the part of enemy. Like in a drama, everybody takes part something. Somebody becomes a friend, somebody becomes enemy, but that's a drama. And the director of the drama decides who becomes friend and who becomes enemy. Similarly, Lord Krishna arranges different dramas on the material world, and then he decides who will be Yashoda, who will be father, who will be mother, who will be enemy. Like all of them are associates of Lord, like Jay and Vijay are associates of Lord, and like Shishupal is associate of Lord in Jay Vijay, taking birth as Shishupal and Dantavakra. Now Lord says that okay, I'm going to kill you, so you get killed. And then they go back to Krishna Loka again because Jay and Vijay has to do their duty in the Vaikuntha Loka. So like that, everybody, like even all the demons also, they were all Devi Devtas actually, or associates of Lord. They were asked to do particular duty.
You want to make a jealous of them, I guess.
So Krishna performs all these pastimes so that through these pastimes we can remember him by remembrance of the pastimes. Shishupal saw the Lord also, but he saw him as enemy and his love was not awakened. Therefore, Shishupal achieved oneness with the Lord by merging in the impersonal glare of body called as Brahmajyoti. So there are various types of liberation, 5 different types of liberation, and the devotees of Lord get different liberation the devotees, than the people who take the part of enemy of the Lord. Others who were in the marginal position, being neither friend nor enemies, but slightly in the love of Godhead by appreciating the beauty of his face, were at once promoted to the spiritual planet Vaikuntha Lokas. The Lord's personal abode is called as Golok Vrindavan Dham, and abode where his plenary expansions reside are called as Vaikuntha, where the Lord is present as Narayana. So the spiritual world, there is a very nice chart. I think we should bring that chart and put it here somewhere. We have that here at the old temple, but we didn't put that. the the big chart of planetary system. Anyway,
Yeah.
so we'll bring that chart here. It's in the storage. The Lord's personal abode. So there are various lokas like a material world and then the spiritual world, and in between there is a Brahma Jyoti. So there is a Brahma Loka, Kailasha Loka, and then there are Vaikuntha Lokas, and then Ayodhya Dham, and then Mathura Dham, and then Dwarka Dham, Golok Vrindavan Dham, like that. Various dhams of Lord are there. So those who are those who are slight in love with Krishna, here is it. They're not friend nor enemy. They're neither friend nor enemy, but slightly in the love of Krishna by appreciating the beauty of the face, they were promoted to Vaikuntha Lokas. Uh, Even to go to Vaikuntha Loka is a big achievement. Go to Vrindavan Dham is is the best of the best. But even somehow or other, even somebody is promoted to Devaloka, that is also great achievement. Forget about Vaikuntha Loka. Vaikuntha Loka is much higher, where you have four-handed form. But when you go to Golak Vrindavan Dham, you have the form exactly like Lord Krishna actually. So it's a beautiful place. The Lord's personal abode is called as Golok Vrindavan Dham, and the abode where his planetary expansion reside is called as Vaikuntha Loka, where the Lord is present as Narayana, Chaturbhuja Rupa. Love of Godhead is dormant in every living entity, and the entire process of devotional service unto the Lord is meant for awakening this dormant love of Godhead. So everybody loves God, but somehow or other, this love for God is converted into lust and greed. So because of the material covering, it is now taking a shape of lust and greed. But as soon as that material covering is removed, then the original gold is revealed. When the gold is original gold is like a very bright shining gold. But when it is covered by some metal or other contamination, then the gold doesn't shine. Then you have to shine the gold. And it will be really bright. Similarly, our love for Krishna is covered, and when you that covering is lust and greed. When you remove that dirt of lust and greed, then the love will be revealed very nicely, brightening. But there are degrees of such transcendental awakening. Those whose love of Godhead is awakened to fullest extent go back to Godhead, Golok Vrindavan Dham, in the spiritual sky, whereas the person who have just awakened the love of God by accident or association are transferred to Vaikuntha planets. So, some people they develop love to God by accident. How does that happen? So, like say Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj, he approached Lord for material benefit actually. He wanted the Loka, like a kingdom equal to his father's kingdom. But as soon as he saw Lord Vishnu, he fell in love with Lord and he said, "Oh, you are much better than anything else actually. I don't want anything." But that was like accident. His purpose was not that, but he fell accidentally in love with Krishna. So those people are transferred to Vaikuntha planets. Essentially, there is no material difference between Goloka and Vaikuntha, but in the Vaikuntha, the Lord is served in an unlimited opulence, whereas in Goloka, the Lord is served in natural affection. So, Lord is there in all the dhamas. Golok Vrindavan Dham, Lord is there. The Lord is there in Ayodhya Dham, Lord is there in Vaikuntha Dham. But the difference is that Aishwarya Bhava. Aishwarya Bhava means everybody says, "Hey Swami, hey Nath, hey Spirit Master," like that. That is the Bhava in Vaikuntha. While in the Golok Vrindavan Dham is Krishna is your friend, Krishna is your Sakha, or Krishna is your father or mother, or you become father and mother of Krishna, like that. So you have a relationship with Krishna in a different bhava. While in the Vaikuntha Loka only one bhava, which is that Vaikuntha bhava is the Aishwarya bhava. While in the Golok Vrindavan Dham is there might be prema as a gopa or gopi, or as a sakhya bhava, as a vatsalya bhava, like different bhavas are there in Golok Vrindavan Dham. The love of God is awakened by association of pure devotees of the Lord. Here, the word Parthastra Putaha is significant. So you can develop the love of God only by association of pure devotees. तो अगर भगवान का हमें संग चाहिए तो हमें भक्तों का संग करना पड़ेगा। तो भगवान के जो शुद्ध भक्त हैं उनका संग करना जरूरी है। Those who saw the beautiful face of Lord on the battlefield of Kurukshetra were purified first by Arjuna when he made his onslaught with arrows. The Lord appeared for the mission of diminishing the burden of the world, and Arjuna was assisting the Lord by fighting on his behalf. So yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam dharmasya tadatmanam shujamyaham. So Lord says that whenever and wherever there is a increase of religious activities and decrease of religion, then I come there to protect the religion. So here Lord appeared, and the mission was to decrease the burden. There were too many miscreants, so he wanted to clean up the thing. But Arjuna was helping Lord. Arjuna personally declined to fight, and the whole instruction of Bhagavad Gita was given to Arjuna to engage with him in the fight. As a pure devotee of Lord, Arjuna agreed to fight in preference to his own decision, and thus Arjuna fought to assist the Lord in his mission of diminishing the burden of the world. This is very important here. In preference to his own decision. Arjuna had his own decision. What was Arjuna's decision? Arjuna's decision not to fight. But when Krishna wanted to fight, he said, okay, if you are telling me, I am going to fight, just for your sake. So the meaning of this is that our preference is not important. It is what Lord wants that is very important. Our mind is very tricky. It keeps us taking us away from Krishna. But if we follow the instruction of Srila Prabhupada, pure devotee, and the instructions of Lord Krishna from Bhagavad Gita, then we will go closer to Krishna. All the activities of a pure devotee are executed on behalf of Lord, because a pure devotee of Lord has nothing to do for his personal interest. This is also very important. Like most of the people, they work for the personal interest. सबका कुछ ना कुछ इंटरेस्ट रहता है हर एक काम में, है ना। जैसे कि हम कोई भी कार्य करते हैं तो हम सोचते हैं कि मुझे क्या मिलेगा या मेरा क्या एडवांटेज है,
मैं पहले कर लूँ।
तो लेकिन भगवान के जो भक्त हैं वो कहते हैं मुझे मेरा कुछ नहीं चाहिए। जैसे प्रभुपाद जी है, प्रभुपाद जी केम टू अमेरिका नॉट फॉर हिज पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट। प्रभुपाद जी केम फॉर pleasure of his spiritual master actually. His spiritual master Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj asked Prabhupada to go and preach Bhagavad Gita in the Western world. So Prabhupada ji came to America for preaching. Like we came to America for, like most of the people from India come to America for making some money, better living, some other interest. But Prabhupada's interest was not like that. Prabhupada's interest was to spread the message of Bhagavad Gita. So this is the symptom of pure devotee. Pure devotee comes not for his personal interest, but for the pleasure of Krishna. So this is hallmark. Like we travel different places for personal, work-related or something like that. But Bhaktimarg Swami, when he travels here, he doesn't travel for his personal interest. I travel for my personal interest, for the work-related thing. But Maharaj travels for his own personal interest? No, he has no personal interest. When we go to India, we go there to meet our relatives, friends. But when Maharaj visits India, he visits there to see Krishna. So this is the difference between pure devotee and the ordinary people like us. So our interest is first our interest and then Krishna. Then Krishna is, so we are going to India to see a family, so I'll go to Vrindavan, like that. But a pure devotee will go only to Vrindavan, he will go not, and then other things are side. So this is the difference, personal interest and self-interest. In our life, we cook prasadam sometimes for personal interest, but then cooking for Krishna is different. What Krishna will like, that is very important. We make money for personal interest, and then we give some money to Krishna. But then Prabhupada gave everything for Krishna. So this is the difference, so personal interest and self-interest. So this is the difference between pure devotee and the other bhaktas.
And without the person in the sense self. So we are doing seva in the
Sometimes you see, most of the time we are on the lower platform, right? That is, we are not pure devotees yet. We have to gradually develop. We cannot reach to the highest platform immediately. It will take a time. But what we have to learn from this is that as long as we do all the activities for Krishna's interest, not personal interest, that is very important actually. Then only we can become pure.
so that our work goes on.
Our consciousness gets purified actually. Everything has to be done for Krishna, nothing for me. Arjuna, first he thought, oh, I don't want to do it because I do not want to kill my family friend. So personal interest. But when say Krishna said, okay, you kill Arjuna, you fight. So Arjuna said, okay, Karishya Vachanam Tava. Okay, I will say whatever you say, Krishna. Because he heard Bhagavad Gita, right? He understood that Krishna is not an ordinary person. And Krishna is there as a Paramatma in our heart. So when we try to do for pleasure of Krishna, Krishna knows, like, sometimes we have a mixed intention. We want to please Krishna and we want to have material gratification also. So Krishna is very merciful. He will help us through Guru. Actually, Guru Maharaj is there to guide us. So we are not perfect. So whenever we are not perfect, what do? We tell to Guru Maharaj, this is the problem. Please bless me. I know Guru Maharaj is guiding through his instruction, through his example, but still we are so dull that we are not able to grasp all those things. We are so dull because there is a burden of millions of lifespans in our brain, our mind. So we have to clean that, and that will happen only with ahituki apratihata. Only when pure devotee of Lord will bless you, or Krishna will bless you directly through Radharani, then we will become pure. Otherwise, it's very difficult.
All devotees should have that.
Yeah, so everybody should. I mean, should is different than could. It's very difficult. Arjuna's killing was as good as killing by Lord himself. As soon as Arjuna shot an arrow at enemy, that enemy become purified by all of the material contamination and become eligible to be transferred to spiritual sky. So when Arjuna shot the arrow, that person whom the arrow hit, he became liberated actually. So sometimes you see this happens when some devotee, like Guru Maharaj, will criticize you or he will rebuke you or he will tell you something because you did something wrong. Now, when Guru Maharaj tells or criticizes you even, that is for our benefit actually. Uh, when Guru Maharaj says that, okay, you are not doing this properly or something like that, we should not feel that, oh, he is criticizing me, because that is for our benefit. What is the interest of Guru Maharaj telling you this? Because he wants us to be on a right path. Similarly, Arjuna also punished some people because they were on the wrong path. They were on the side of adharma. But those arrows which Arjuna hit were on behalf of Lord Krishna. So that is just like blessing of Lord Krishna, right? So Guru Maharaj, whether he appreciates you or he criticizes you, both are blessings. Because you only criticize someone to whom you love. You don't criticize anybody and everybody. Similarly, if Guru Maharaj he says something to you, positive for your appreciating, that is for your benefit, and he criticizes, that is also for your benefit.
Is it like that a person is small child, boy, who sees the birds going on in the air, beautiful birds, and one of the birds speaks about, like singing word. He wants to kill it. He takes the arrow and kills one bird.
No. So we should not kill animals like that. It is not, killing an animal is not justified. Killing anybody is not justified. We should not kill anyone. Here, the killing. See, Krishna is not promoting violence here. Krishna is asking Arjuna to do his duty. His duty was as a soldier to fight. So that is why he didn't ask anybody and everybody to go and kill others. So Lord Krishna is not promoting violence here. Lord Krishna is asking Arjuna to do his duty as a soldier. If there is a war between the two countries, what is the duty of the soldier? To go and fight, and that is the duty. So here Arjuna is a warrior and he is forgetting his duty. So Lord Krishna is reminding. So those warriors who appreciated the lotus feet of Lord and saw his face at the front had their dormant love for God, love of God awakened, and thus they were transferred at once to Vaikuntha Loka, not to the impersonal state of Brahma Jyoti as was Shishupal. Shishupal died without appreciating the Lord, while others died with appreciation of the Lord. Both were transferred to the spiritual sky, but those who awakened the love of God were transferred to the planets of transcendental sky. So here is the difference. Yeah? Shishupal got into Brahma Jyoti, which is the lower planet, and then comes the Vaikuntha planet, which is little higher. So more facilities, different facilities, different types. From the Vaikuntha planet, you chances of coming back are less. From Brahmajyoti, yes, definitely you will come back. So that is like that. Uddhava seemingly lamented that his own position was less than that of warriors on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, because they had attained to Vaikuntha, where he remained to lament the disappearance of the Lord. So here Uddhavji is saying, "Oh Krishna, all those warriors who died on the battlefield also achieved the Vaikuntha Loka, and I, who was there with you all the time, but I haven't not gone anywhere. I'm still here. So on the Prithvi, on the material world. So hey Krishna, can you please look after me?" So like that. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says in one of his poems that it's he says that all the demons who were killed by Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, they were the demons. They were killed and they were liberated by you. But I might be the greatest demon. That is why I have done so many sinful activities. That those who were demons were liberated, but I am still rotting here in this material world. So probably I have done much more sinful activity than those demons also. That's why I'm here still. And you delivered Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Kamsa, Ravana, everybody got delivered. Why not me? Because I am much more sinful than this Ravana or Kamsa. That is why I'm still here. Still Bhaktivedanta Thakur says that. So, hey Vaishnava, what is that song? It's a beautiful. Hey Gopinath, Tumhara Kinko Rami. It's a very nice song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, where he says that, "Hey Gopinath, I'm your servant, and can you please deliver me somehow or other, because I'm your servant." Gopinath, hey Gopinath. Very nice, beautiful bhajan. Uh, Thank you.